Welcome back, fellow seaborne adventurers. Is that a thing? Sure. My name, of course, is Little Potato. This is Flotsam. I heard everyone loud and clear. Everyone seems to be loving the Flotsam. So we're gonna jump right on into a brand new playthrough. We're gonna be playing as Trash Town. That's going to be the name of our little village for the course of this adventure. Let's get started and let's immediately pause and chat a little bit about what I want to accomplish in this series. Now, I've got all of the skills, to pay the bills. I feel like I have a much more full, a grounded understanding of exactly what I need to do in this series here. We know all about the mechanics, know all about the research, everything, right? We got everything. So I'm gonna try my very best to try and accumulate as many villagers as possible. So we're gonna steer clear of Stefan the Seagull this time, I suspect. Well, yeah, probably, unless something comes up, and we're also going to try and sort of formulate the design of our base a little bit more concisely, I would say. We're gonna at least try to do that. Okay, so let's just get a whole bunch of plastic down. I mean, the more plastic, the merrier. I'm not super keen on the idea of getting loads and loads of wet wood at the moment. But the plastic is fine. We'll get some walkways set up. I'm gonna start short with the walkways. In the last series, in the last playthrough, we went sort of massive long walkways right from the very beginning, and I think that was probably inadvisable in hindsight. Probably inadvisable, but that's okay. We're gonna be totally fine. Okay. Okay, those three people can go out there. That was a very, very small boy that I put down. Or a very, very small area of effect for that boy. Okay, let's start off with like a little pontoon. Let's go right the way up to about 16 bottles. Sure. 16 bits of plastic. That seems very, very reasonable. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get... Yeah, I'm going to try and get sort of a four walkway setup, sort of like a, you know, like a spoke, like a bicycle spoke. We'll just have a couple of these all the way around, and the rationale is that hopefully we can have all of this done before we leave this map, before we leave this current zone. Drifter needs, we're going to worry about drifter needs in a little bit. I don't want to worry about that at all. Yeah, so thank you for everyone who commented on the first playthrough. It was very, very good of you. Very much appreciated. Always good to hear feedback and comments on what I should be doing, because it's only through reading comments that I can improve and hopefully try and succeed in better form next time. And that is indeed. Now we're gonna do a great job. I hope anyway. Things could get dicey, but I'm hoping that they won't. All right, so let's set up the third walkway, and then we'll get our fourth walkway in just a second here. Ooh, chunking around a little bit. That's all right. And let's get you out this way. I mean, it's not perfectly symmetrical, but I mean, it's. In nature, nothing is ever truly symmetrical. I mean, that's not true. At least I feel like it's probably not true. But it doesn't actually matter, because it looks good. It looks good, and I'm pretty darn happy with that. Yeah. Okay. So, now that that's all done, I think that we can probably start thinking about getting a little bit of storage as well. Storage yards, I kind of want to have very, very near the center of the town heart, anyway. Also, where is the boat over here? Do I need to get a boat in order to do this? Yeah, requires a salvaging boat. All right, so I've got to get a boat first. That's totally fine. I'm completely okay with that. Right, so that's all done. Let's start getting some wood, shall we? I mean, plastic and wood. Let's just set that up to be as large as possible so that we can get as many people doing. Okay, this is. Okay, if the angle of this pathway irritates you, please leave me a comment letting me know that that you have been affected in some way by the fact that this walkway segment is ridiculously squint. I mean, if I wasn't, I literally don't think I can even disassemble it. If I could, maybe I would, but nah, that's fine. Okay, let's get some storage up and running. I don't want to go overkill on the storage at the start, but certainly getting a good foundation of storage would be good. Let's get a third over there, and then maybe one more right over here. What do we need in order to get a mooring point? We just need to get the rope and the dry wood. All right. Fine. Well, what with that new storage, we should be able to store, I mean, a bountiful amount of resources, which is great. All right, this is looking pretty good. Already, I can feel there's you know, there's a much better plan in place. Actually, let me take that back. I don't know if it's a better plan than we had last time. I'm gonna hold off on building that storage just for now. I don't know if it's a better plan, but it's certainly a plan, and that's at least something, right? Okay, so what I've decided is that all of the wood drying is going to be done over here. So we're going to get a whole bunch of drying racks just sort of crisscross or opposite sides of the walkway over there. So that's going to be great. Do we have access to any more plastic nearby? I think we do. Yeah, a little bit of plastic over here. It's quite a ways for them to swim. But, I mean, it's necessary, right? I mean, we're almost done with plastic collection over there. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll set some logs up to be processed. I mean, it is mostly plastic that we need at the moment. Right. What I'm gonna do, remove that marker. It's actually not essential that we get the remaining few bits of plastic. Right. I will send one person out to go and collect all of that stuff, just because I can. You know, just a few more bits of plastic and we can get a couple more drying racks. Okay, so drying rack right over there. Great. Also, what I'll probably do is I'll bump that up to 2 people. So we can have 2 people collecting resources, collecting plastic specifically. And then we can have one person sort of just manning the town and dealing with all of that. Let's immediately set a production limit. I'll set a production limit of, I don't know, like, what, 40 drywood maybe? 40 drywood seems, I mean, a little bit like overkill, but for now, that's what we're gonna do. And then I think one more drying rack after this, and that will be totally fine for just now. We don't have a single bit of food or water production in place, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm not worried. I'm supremely confident, overly confident, some may say, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna go just perfectly. A woodworking shed. I do want to get a woodworking shed. I'm gonna get the woodworking shed. What do I need for the woodworking shed? We need the dry wood. That's what we needed. We'll just stick the woodworking shed over here. Sure. I guess this can be our workshop area. And let's stick that drying rack to dry wood. That's great. Now, if I was a supremely confident fellow, I would maybe think that we try and store wet wood in these two chests over here. But I think I'm just going to wait until all of this stuff is emptied, and then we'll worry about changing it around to put the resources into the specific storage areas that we are concerned about. Okay, we could get a distiller. We will get a distiller, but I want to try and get a mooring point sort of as the first port of call. If we can get a mooring point sort of straight off the bat, then that would be great. Okay, let's sort of briefly chat about research. So the previous playthrough, I think we went for the house first. On this occasion, I'm pretty certain that we want to get the storage yard first. And then maybe we sort of step it up. I mean, I feel that the solar still was all right. I mean, it didn't do a heck of a lot for us, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that was just the way that I was prioritizing everyone's priorities. Alright, we should be able to make a mooring point now. Yep. And what we're going to do is we're just going to stick a mooring point right down over there. Yeah, okay. It's... Actually, you know, it's a fair bit of space that we've still got in here. I mean, it's not enough space to put in a distiller, but it's not bad. We could stick in a few more wood drying racks over this side, even though I wanted to keep the wood drying racks over here. Anyway, we'll get a wood drying rack right over there. And that mooring point, I very much hope, will be built very, very swiftly indeed. And then we'll get a salvage boat, we'll get our sail, and we'll get out of here. Don't really know where we want to put the sail. Last playthrough, I put it, you know, towards the west of the city, from this perspective, west from the town, sort of from this perspective. I don't really know if that's a good thing, a bad thing. It worked all right. It worked all right, and that is fine. Okay. Do we need to get some firewood yet? Not yet, although, I mean, we're getting to the point where we will need to get some firewood in just a second. I do want to get a bit more plastic before we depart, if that's possible, please, chaps. But we're doing totally fine for the dry wood at the moment, and as soon as we get firewood production up and running, we'll be able to turn all of that dry wood into actual firewood. So that's great. That's really, really great. I think, by the way, that our... I think that maybe we put the sail over here, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we put the sail over there. Sort of on the end of a pontoon. Yeah, I think I'm going to extend this one out, and we're going to try and put the sail right on the extremity. Yeah, okay. I think that that's what we do. And the reason that we do that is because, unlike all of this other area, we're not configuring the sail for access. We don't really care about running up and down to the sail, like, multiple times. You know, a second? A second's a bit of an exaggeration. We don't need to visit the sail. We don't ever need to visit the sail. However, we constantly have to visit the drying racks, the workshop, the firewood manufacturing place, which is the workshop, and also the firewood consuming place, which is going to be the distiller. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, I think the whole point of this sort of town, the whole benefit of this playthrough is going to be the fact that we now have storage in a relatively central area. And you know what? We might even be able to stick down a big storage in there. And if we can't stick a big storage down connected directly to the town heart, we can certainly stick it on this side of the walkway. So I'm pretty darn happy with that. Okay, let's remove that marker. That's no longer essential. Let's bump that up to 50. Bump that up to, well, enlarge the catchment area of the boy, and then we will probably head to the sailboat on the rocks, and we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that in a little bit, but for now, we're done with our wood processing. That's great. Let's think about getting a distiller. Now, a distiller, I think, maybe good over here, maybe good, I mean, doesn't actually really matter. I think I want to put it right over here. The reason is primarily due to access. I mean, I could stick it right down next to the woodworking shed, but the resources still need to be transported from the woodworking shed to storage. So, in a sense, it doesn't actually matter where I put it. Anyway, let's set a production limit on firewood. Let's keep it at like 35 or something. 35 is a bit overkill, to be honest. Let's keep it at 20. As long as we forever have at least 20 firewood, we're probably going to be fine. I mean, yeah, I don't think that we'll really have any issues with that. I do wish, by the way, that I could get a idle notification. If I could get an idle notification, then that would really, really help. And it would allow me to give my dudes some instruction when there's nothing being done. Alright. But after that distiller's up and running, I'm pretty much going to have it running constantly, I think. I want to try and stay on top of my water a heck of a lot more. Or at least try to stay on top of my water. I don't actually think that it's going to be that easy. There we go. Cue that up forever. Alright. I mean, this is looking good. This is looking very, very good indeed. I'm pretty darn happy with this. What do you know? we got a nice little thing going over here. Yeah, Trash Town is looking good. Looking very, very good. Right, how much firewood are we on? Up to 4 firewood. We'll get the water processed right now. That's great. Yeah, okay. So firewood production is going to occupy most of our time, and hauling that firewood from place to place is going to occupy most of our time. This is sort of part of the problem. This is part of the problem with only having 3 chaps. As you can see, we've got 1 person making the firewood. It takes 14 seconds to do that. We've got 1 person making fresh water. It takes 30 seconds to do that, but it takes 2 bits of firewood, right? So, you know, that leaves about 16 seconds for this guy to do something else, whilst he doesn't need to produce firewood in order to keep the distiller running. And then you've also got to bear in mind the time and effort and energy that it takes to move the firewood from the woodworking shed to the storage, from the storage to the distiller. So in actuality, it takes kind of like 2.5 people full time to get a consistent amount of water, at least by my roughest of rough approximations. As you can see, who was that? I don't even know who that was. It was Dipper Fishbone Vandalay. Yes, you were grabbing a quick minute to distract yourself from the mundanities of transporting firewood from the woodworking shed into storage and then onto the distiller. But there you go. Anyway, 3 water in the export there, which has now just been transported. That's great. Okay, that is absolutely fantastic. As you can see, the wood isn't being collected because most people are fulfilling themselves with the tasks of making water, which is fine, totally fine. Let's get that salvaged. Also, let's set a production limit on water. I mean, even though, we are never, ever going to hit it. I'll set a production limit of wood as well. Wood of rope, 10, sure, and then fish, we'll keep it like 30. I don't have any fish production yet, but that's okay. When there's only 3 people, I feel like we don't actually need that much fish production. I do think, by the way, for the full game, dried fish is gonna be buffed. You can't survive on 0.5 nutritional value. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. And that sounds like me complaining, and it actually is me complaining. However, I do think it's gonna be buffed. What is this? Production limit reached? Have we actually reached the production? Wow, we have actually reached the production limit. As you can see, the production limit isn't very accurate because I think it only measures stuff that is already in storage. So there could theoretically be, I guess, 18, hold on, let me think about this. 18 firewood in storage if our production limit is 20, for example. Yeah, so production limit is 20. There could be 18 already in the storage, but it could take some time for all of that, it could take some time for stuff in the woodworking shed export area to be moved into the storage area, and therefore, in that intervening time, I don't know, conceivably 7 extra bits of firewood could be made. So that's 14. So theoretically, you could blow through your production limit by 14, at least. That's pretty bonkers, but there you go. Anyway, we got our boat up and running. We got our sail. We got a little bit of rope. We got some metal scrap, which is lovely. We have 39 plastic, which is good because that will allow me to do what I said I wanted to do, and that is extend out pretty much as far as we possibly can a walkway, like so. That's great. And what do we need in order to get the sails? Yes, we just need all of the resources to be moved into storage, and then we will be sorted. Great. Very, very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Okay, I do want to start mucking around with priorities in just a second, but I think we're going to leave that until we get onto the next area. I'd much rather prioritize getting the sailboat. The sail up and running today. Yeah, we might need to get a second distiller. I know I got a second distiller pretty early on in the last playthrough, but I think we're gonna try and hold off on that other distiller, at least for now. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're out of wood. That's fine. That's totally fine. Come on, can someone unload the dinghy, please? The pickled dinghy? And the sooner the better, honestly. Okay. Nobody's doing any hauling, apparently. Is it because everyone's quite tired? Yeah, everyone's quite tired. I mean, yeah, the downside to not getting houses straight away is that people can't rest, and when people can't rest, they can't recover their energy quickly. Wowzers. Don't quite know what happened there. Anyway, let's pause. Let's try and get our sail, if possible. How far can we move it out with the boundary? Can we move it at all out with the boundary? We actually kind of can. As long as our mouse is actually within the border, we should be able to theoretically do this. It looks like a pretty artificial limit on the sort of extent that we can build out here. So hold on, if I decrease that. No, there's just no way that I can get it like on the end there. But we can get it pretty... Yeah, we can get it pretty darn close to the end here. Yeah, not even if I sort of go zoom out. No. Alright, well, you know what? I tried. Let's get it on this side. Let's try and get it just as far back as we possibly can. So yeah, we are slightly building out with where we are able to, which is good because it means that we're not wasting valuable real estate within that sort of build ring, if you'd like. So yeah, that's looking pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with that. Alrighty. So I think as soon as we've got that sail up and running, we can just head off. We can head to the next area. Which is gonna be... Aha! It's more villagers. That's great. And an abandoned town for a few extra resources. I do want to get some more mooring points at some point, but I believe we need some more rope. Let's get... There we go. Let's get like 4 more rope or something. Aha! Look at that. Okay, the sails are up and running. Let's head off. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until we've got one more collection of resources from the plastic area. As you know, when we transport to the next area, the boat will just teleport back. So we're going to save a tiny fraction of time. I'm less and less convinced that that's a next level strat, and more convinced that it's pretty darned irrelevant in the overall scheme of things. However, I guess it kind of is worth it. All right, let's move. Let's do it. Nice. Okay, what have we got? Let's have a little look at our landmarks. So we got a lonely island. We got 2 people. 2 people on the island. That's fine. I don't think I've ever seen more than 2 people. Not and shambles. All right. Interesting. And then we've also got a shack town, which is going to be our first interaction with research, I believe, which is quite fun, quite exciting. Right, let's travel back to the town. There we go. See, look at that. Teleported right into the base. Wonderful. Okay, should we get the villagers rescued first? Is that what we want to do? Sure. Get the boat out and go and rescue the villagers. And that will be fine. Ah, small houses. We could actually get some small houses. The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of just like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, even if that's not what I meant to click on. Even if I wanted to get the big houses, that would still require 8 scrap, and we have nowhere near 8 scrap. So why don't I just get a bunch of like small little houses? Okay, here's my plan. Let's try. Can I not build this here? All right. Build basically at a 90-degree angle out this way. Can I make it a little bit shorter than that? No, I think I kind of want to go for 16. Okay. We'll go for 16, length of 16 bits of plastic there. That'll allow us to get a single brand new house right over there. Okay. That's good. I am acutely aware of the fact that we're going to need to get food set up at some point very, very soon. Food production set up. So why don't we immediately throw down our second mooring point and we can prep for getting a fishing boat. Wowzers, there is not much plastic around here. I mean, there is a little bit of plastic, but it's quite far away. Right, well, at least we've got a salvaging boat. Okay. And put down a point over there and enlarge, enlarge, enlarge. Great, 73. Okay, that's gonna keep us going with plastic at least for a while. Our water looks good. We're holding up on the whole waterfront. Food front, not so much. We could be doing better. We should be doing better. But that's okay. I mean, we have to prioritize. We have to prioritize the basics, and I think that we have. We have fairly well prioritized the basics. And as soon as we get two brand new faces on board, we should have absolutely no difficulty doing all of the stuff that we want to do. Aha! Fantastic. Everyone has now joined. I think that we need to wait for the boat to get back. They don't just teleport. They don't just teleport right over here. That's a bit of a shame, but not much that I can do about that. Okay, can't set up a fish collection point yet, even though I am building a fish boat. A fish boat? I am building a fish boat. Yeah, a fish mooring point and a fish boat. Right, this game is still a little bit jittery when it's in 3 times speed. But I think that that's okay. I think that that's a sacrifice that I'm willing to pay. The occasional jutter for good fast speed. Right, let's slow it down a little bit. Just to see what's going on. You're heading out to the plastic deposit. That's very, very good. Is someone working on the mooring point? I do indeed hope so. And we're gonna have the first of maybe many of our small houses built. Yeah. Also, you know what I've just realized? Turns out it's got nothing to do with the speed. The jankiness has got nothing to do with the speed. That's got everything to do probably with the fact that this game is in early access. Yes, I've just realized that we're almost out of dry wood entirely. I don't know how much dry wood does a house consume. It's quite a lot, but not that much. Where did I spend all my dry wood? There we go. Okay, well, not much I can do about that. I mean, I do want to get a fishing boat, but unfortunately I cannot until I get the dry wood. Did I use up all of my dry wood making firewood? Is this what happened? How much firewood do I have? I've only got 7 firewood. See, that is a serious amount of dry wood that we've gone through making firewood. And still, I feel like I do not have anywhere near a handle on my water. You know, just absolutely... I feel like I've just about been managing to sustain myself. Okay. Get all of that unloaded. Yeah, I think we need to prioritize collection of wood right now. Yeah, because wood takes time to be processed. Unless... Go and scavenge. Or just ignore me entirely. That's cool too. That's cool too. All right. So already you can see that as much as I planned for things to go very well, things are going. That's something that can be said. Things are definitely going. We got a couple of people that are just sitting around, not doing very much at all. And I don't blame them, honestly. It's not like they can do very much. No one is doing anything because no one can do anything. Yeah, well, we've got 7 cans of food left. That's something at least. We do have 8 bits of firewood left, so we're going to be able to make, what is that, 4 more bits of water, which is pretty darn good going. All right, beautiful. Let's get some of this wood dried out as quickly as we possibly can. And, yep, you head off. back into the deep unknown. The big deep unknown. What is this? Your water reserves are low? Really? Is that what you choose to remind me about when my food reserves are much, much lower? Right. Research. Great. Are we salvaging this area? As it turns out. Oh, fantastic. Look, we're managing to pick up a little bit of dried wood. That's great. That's going to really, really help us out. And that's going to allow us to get the second boat, the first fishing boat. My food reserves are low. Yes, my food reserves are indeed quite low. But 6 bits of dry wood and we are totally golden. Okay, hold on. Set that up to deconstruct. Put that in there. And then... No. No. Uh-oh. Hold up. No, I don't want to deconstruct this. I do not want to deconstruct this. But I can't. Okay. This is a problem. Oh, no. It only works sometimes. Okay. Turns out you can only click that button occasionally. Other times, you're just not allowed to click on that button. Anyway, great. That sort of staved off the beast. This is the risk that we run by having, you know, a perpetual firewood construction area. You know, just consistently making firewood is actually quite bad, as it turns out. But not much that can really be done about that. Okay, can I get another boat? I need more plastic in order to make another boat. All right, that's cool. Well, let's get that fishing area set up. Let's convert some of these guys to dried fish processing. There we go. So as much dried fish as we possibly can. We are now 100% out of food, which is very, very bad. But that's okay. We've got 3 research points, which is also quite bad. I sort of expected that we would do a bit better than 3 research points on that little expedition to Scavenge. But that's okay. At least we're still managing to roundabout break even with our water. That's what matters. Okay, let's get that fish in. Okay, get that fish unloaded. Yes, please. The sooner the better. Alright, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, great. And then let's convert that back to dried wood. Great. We've only got, whatever it is, two and a half trips of fish left in this area. Yeah, 15 fish left. So that's fine. Aha! 6 research points and 10 firewood. That is very much going to help out. Okay, let's have a little look at research and let's see what we can build. Fishy kebab. I honestly think that maybe we get this first. We don't have the scrap to do it, so that's a bit of a bummer. I think that we probably want to get the fishy kebab first. Yeah, I think so. I mean, the next area, I'm not sure if we're going to get scrap, but we might. So let's try and make that happen. Okay, let's wait for the fishing boat to get back. Let's wait until we've finished scavenging the shack town. I mean, it's probably one of the most efficient ways of collecting resources rather than sending out boats. But it is what it is. Let's get some more mooring points. In fact, I want to get as many as I possibly can. Okay. Weird. Okay, so I can't get... Okay, where do I want to get the mooring point? That's the real question. I think I want to... Don't think I want to get it over there. I think I probably want to get it over here. I don't recall what I had in mind for this area. I don't think I had anything in mind for this area. I did have, like, a storage in mind for this area, so maybe I'll just bring this a little further out. No, that seems... I can't deconstruct it now. Yeah, I want to move this a little bit further across. Deconstruct? No, apparently not. Because I just think that that area is going to be a smidgen too small to fit a plastic storage in. So I'll just move it out a little bit more. Okay, there we go. And let's get this over there. Okay, I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to fit a large storage in here now. So that's real good. Okay, that's going to be the last voyage of the fishing boat. What did we get? 8 cans of food. Very, very nice. And 8 research overall. So not enough to get a single item of research worth 10, but we can at least get the fish kebab, which honestly is probably fine for all of our needs. Yeah. This is great. Very, very happy with this. Right. Let's get the fish onto the drying rack. There we go. Get it all collected. Get it dried. And we'll convert that back over to dried wood. Perfect. All right. Well, let's go and have a little look at what's going on over here. I think as soon as this little chap is done with his... We've done with his little expedition, then I think that we're just going to head off. I do not think that there is anything else of value over here. Certainly, I don't think we could have hoped for a worse spawn. The plastic and the wood resources are so unbelievably far away. I did put the marker over there. I probably should have put the marker over there instead, but it's by the by. It doesn't actually matter. Okay, let's head off after all of the scavenging has been done. Let's go to the water tower. That's going to get us a bunch of water. It's not really water that I'm hunting after right at this moment in time, but it certainly doesn't hurt. All right, let's see what we've got. So, wowzers, resource spawns. What is it? This is just bonkers. Okay, is there any fish around? There's got to be fish. We can't spawn without any fish in the map. Okay, do I need to, like, press play? Maybe I can see it. Oh, okay. There's lots and lots of fish spawning over here. Okay, so let's get two fish areas. Okay, cool. We've got the water tower. We know that we're going to get 20 water from there. That's good, at least. Factory ruins. We know what we're going to get from there. And we've got an abandoned shack. The abandoned shack is the only thing that I think could conceivably give me scrap, but even that I'm not certain about. Usually it's only viaducts that give you scrap, but I don't know if abandoned shacks can give you scrap as well. All right. Well, that's cool. Let's see if we can get another mooring point. I want to try and extend the walkway. We need to get a... In fact, no, I don't need another mooring point. I just need another salvage boat. That's what I need. I'm going to cancel that scavenge mission and instead going to send out an expedition to pick up some plastic. In fact, to be honest, we need plastic and dry wood. Also, there's loads of fish. Am I barking up completely the wrong tree here? Oh. Little jutter there in the game. All right, but apparently there is absolutely no plastic. Absolutely none whatsoever. I cannot see a single... There's loads of fish. Absolutely tons of fish. But not a single bit of plastic. Plastic waste. Plastic waste. Okay, so there's like individually a few bits of plastic. But like no big collection of plastic. All right, well that's a major pain. I guess I'll set up a swimming marker over there. Sure. Set a boat marker up over... Excuse me? There. For one single bit of plastic. Really? All of this for one single bit of plastic? How many bits of plastic do I need in order to make this boat? 12 bits of plastic. Alright. Well, that is a total waste of time. And there is almost no way that I'm going to be able to do that. So, let's instead scavenge the abandoned shack. And hope that we get something more valuable than whatever the plastic that we can find. The 5 bits of plastic that we can find on this entire stinking map. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, but in terms of food, everything's looking good in terms of food, but that's primarily because we got a whole bunch of cans of food from scavenging the abandoned shack last time. So that was quite good, but also, I mean, a little bit of a curse, really, because it doesn't sort of show us where our real food situation lies. Okay. Good. You know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to leave half of the racks on fish drying, half of the racks on wood drying. Sure. What did we get? 5 cans of food from that abandoned shack. Are you Are you having a giggle? Okay, 3 bits of wood as well. All right, and 10 research points. I mean, the amount of research points there, absolutely exceptional. However, doesn't really matter what I buy. I won't be able to build anything because I don't have any metal scrap. Well, I say that. That's an exaggeration. I could build the solar still. And I might do that. But actually, no, I can't because I don't have enough plastic. I don't have enough plastic to build anything there. Or metal scrap. I don't have enough plastic or metal scrap to build anything. Okay, so I think that we need to probably just try and, you know, get out of here as quickly as possible. I'll set up 2 salvaging missions. I'm going to set up a swimming marker right over there as well. Give my chaps something to do. Yeah. Can't salvage. I can't get them to go and salvage the fish by hand, as much as I wish that could be a thing. Do I want them to? Yeah, sure. Just, you know, just get rid of the fish resource. That's fine. We're doing totally fine for fish as well. I've already set a production limit for fish. That's cool. We've got the oil coming back. How are we doing for storage on the whole? 76 out of 160. I think we're doing a much better job of managing storage in this playthrough, so that's quite good at least. But yeah, pretty disappointing that we don't have access to any plastic, because I would absolutely love a second salvaging boat right now. It would be great. Your water reserves are low. Well, have no fear. We are actually sorting that right now. Yeah, and there's not even any other resources. There's not even like wood. There's not even dry wood that I can send my dudes out to swim to. No, they're all just gonna have to sit around doing nothing for a wee while, whilst we wait for 10 more bits of water to be salvaged from the water tower. Yeah, that's literally it. Okay, what we'll do is we'll wait for the boat to swim out to the water tower, and then we will just head right back, and that should be fine. And maybe we'll also be able to completely get rid of that fish source as well. It's not what I'm aiming to do. I never aim to completely eradicate a fish area, but it's fine. It's fine if we have to. It's a price that I'm willing to pay. Ecological disaster in exchange for my survival. That's a good deal. I will take that deal any day of the week. That's right. I'm a human. I was born to survive. There's a song about that, but I don't want to. I know my voice is probably too in tune with the record label's understanding of what it means to sing that song. So you know, just purely for copyright reasons, I'm not gonna choose to sing a song. That's what I tell myself anyway. Okay, let's move swiftly on to the next area. That is a topic of conversation that I don't want to talk about singing anymore. Singing is just dreadful. I'm dreadful at it. What a U-turn, eh? Okay, let's go and get some more villagers. I wanted to fill my boat up with as many people as possible. So that's what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to come south down here as well. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's a viaduct. Well, that is absolutely fantastic. The seaweed is great as well. Let's get people rescued. That's the first thing that we're going to go and do. Let's get people rescued. Let's get that water unloaded. Great stuff. How are we doing for resources on this map? I mean, it's not bad. It's not great either. I think we're gonna try and get at least 2 more boats on this level. I think we want to try and get 2 more salvaging boats. How on earth are we doing for fish? We're doing pretty darn well for fish, actually. 27 fish, but as it turns out, that's only worth half the nutrition. Yeah, there's not enough houses. I think I'm totally fine with them not having houses. Honestly, it's a price that I'm willing to pay. Everyone is doing nothing. Can I? There we go. There we go. Go do some swimming or whatever. Yeah, there we go. So send as many swimmers as we possibly can out to this area. Yeah, and still nobody's doing something. Okay, I need to set up some more fish collection. Hold on. Can I remove that? Can I put a single fish marker in here and it'll catch 2? By any chance? I don't think so. Right. Well, we'll just set that up then, shall we? Grand. Okay, we need whatever it is, 5 more bits of plastic. No, 10 more bits of plastic. Wow. 10 more bits of plastic. And I think the 10 bits of plastic are going to be coming in on this boat right here. Here they are indeed. Oh, that's great. Finally, at long last, we're going to be fine. All right, you know what? As soon as that boat is built, I'm going to immediately set it up to go to get some more plastic. If I can. I mean, that's the nearest plastic source. Is there really not another plastic source? Really? What is it with these spawns today? Wowzers. I feel very unlucky. I mean, there is another plastic source down here, but I mean, it's miles away. Absolute miles away. And it's actually only 14 bits of plastic because the other stuff falls out with the map. Wow. Okay, let's just put 2 boats on there and then just disregard that. I mean, that's like 1.5 boatloads. That's not even that much. Okay, cool. Great. Well, at least we've got our second boat. That's great. Happy days. It's all gonna work out. It's all gonna work out just fine. Oh, yes, we need to go to the viaduct as well. I'll queue the viaduct up. We'll do at least 1 trip to the viaduct. Okay, hold up. Let's put every one of these things back on dried wood. Wonderful. Okay, so let's try and keep as many raw fish as we possibly can. We got 35 raw fish, 35 nibbler fish at the moment. That's a pretty darn good number, I must say. Got 45 more units of storage. That's also pretty darn good. That should keep us going at least for a significant period of time. What I'm going to do, by the way, I've already dispatched a boat to the viaduct. I'm going to do 1 trip to the viaduct. So we're going to pick up 10 scrap from the area. And then we're going to head back. And we're going to unlock the fish kebab. That's right, the fish kebab. Let's get that unlocked right now. And then as soon as the boat from the viaduct is back, we're going to be able to make a fish kebab manufacturing thing. What? How did that work? Did I not do the maths on that? I guess I didn't. Okay. How is it that we're not making firewood? We should be always making firewood. Always be making firewood. If someone's sitting around doing nothing, as is indeed the case. What's going on here, chaps? I mean, we're full on storage. I get it. Is that why we're not able to... Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let me... So we can't manufacture firewood because we're too full on storage. Is that the case? That's ridiculous. Okay, can we get a storage yard? We can get a storage yard. And in fact, I will get a storage yard. Boom. Get that done right there. Sure, absolutely. Okay, let's make another house so we can free up some storage. And that should in turn allow firewood to be manufactured, I believe. I hope. I have no idea. That's all just a best guess, really. Alright, scrap is back. That's great. More plastic is coming in. That's also great. Let's get... can I get 2 sort of large storage yards? I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with 2. So we'll just go for 1. We'll go for 1 large storage yard right over there. I know I said I wanted to get a fish kebab area up and running, but that's okay. We're going to do that in just a sec. I want to sort out our storage situation. I'm acutely aware about how dicey storage can get, so therefore, I don't want to take a chance. Yeah, I literally think the reason that we can't manufacture firewood is because we just don't have enough storage. I might be completely barking up the wrong tree there, but Who knows? Okay, we are completely out of water, and nobody wants to manufacture any of the stuff. Beautiful. Love it when that happens. Love it when that happens. Can I remove all the firewood from the queue? Set up a bit of rope. Set up a bit of firewood manufacture. See if that works now. I mean, look, you're just idle. Halted, missing production. No. Can I... The crab? Twiddling thumbs. Why are you twiddling your thumbs? There is a mission. There is a mission at hand. Requires drifter. I know it requires a drifter. Okay, let me try crafting at workshops. Who is the crab? Here we go. Nope, okay. Apparently that's... Okay, I have no idea what's happened here. Again, we've run into this issue, but I'm pretty certain that this is not storage related whatsoever. Everyone is water deprived. I mean, it might be entirely down to the fact that no one has enough water. Is that why everyone's having problems? I mean, I'll set up another boat to go out here. I mean, that'll be a job for one person. However, the fact that I'm not making any progress with my firewood makes me think that something has gone wrong here. Right, deactivate and activate the firewood workshop. Has that made any difference? Absolutely not got the foggiest of ideas. Absolutely no idea. Okay, let's get a fish kebab area. We'll get one. Can I get it right over here? Oh, that's a shame. I'll stick it down over there. Sure. Let's get it right over there. And let's start making some fish kebab. The problem is that we're actually not going to be able to make fish kebab until we can get firewood production up and running again. Alright, and now we're up to 80 nibblefish. Right, okay, that's total overkill. However, I still need firewood. Okay, can I try making another workshop? Is that going to make a shred of difference? I have absolutely no idea. Let's give it a shot. Right, let's put nibblefish on as a reoccurring item. The game just tried to give me a little lesson on how to make fuel. I'm very much trying to make fuel, video game. That's the thing, is I've got the dry wood, I've got the wet wood. Right. Okay, it looks like we can make firewood over here. Looks like we can't make it over here. This is no longer a useful workshop for me. Let's get rid of it, and then let's start making it again. Okay. I'll place down a second workshop right over here. And we'll try and get that on the go instead. I probably will end up reconstructing this woodworking workshop in the exact same place that it is now, but priorities, you know? Okay, this is unbelievable. Not entirely sure why things are this bad. Don't feel it's entirely justified, to be honest, but that's okay. Alright, great. Water is on the go. Food is going to be on the go in just a second as well. Importing food. Okay. This is great. This is great. This is fine. As long as we can maintain a good amount of wood production, then I think we'll be totally fine. Everyone needs a snooze. I get it. I don't care. Not interested whatsoever in anyone's complaints about how they haven't had sleep for 15 days. It's a survival scenario here, chaps. Alright, there we go. 3 workshops that are on making wood. Firewood, even. Pretty much constantly. Is this workshop going to work as well now? Or is this one just going to not work? Aha! It works. Great. Okay, I don't know why it didn't work. I think that that must have been a bug. I can only assume that it was a bug that was the problem. How's everyone's HP looking? Very, very bad. Catfish is down to just about 0, actually. I really do feel that if we do end up throwing in the towel here, this one's not on me, you know? Your health is now down to 4%. Oh boy. Crashed by exhaustion? Well, you're about to crash by health as well. Or not. Or not. Catfish, you live to fight another day. Crab, you're very close. Oh, Not has died of thirst. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is our first death. Our first death. Our second death. Our first death swiftly followed by our second death. Honestly, I didn't need those guys anyway. I mean, it was kind of a bit of a nice bonus to have, but okay, look, stop producing wood. We're fine for wood now. 9 firewood in the export over there. So, as it turns out, we blew past our production limit quite substantially by at least 29. The crab shambles. Right. So we're down to, I don't know if it was the original 3. But we're basically back to the original 3. And all because a stinking firewood workshop wouldn't make firewood. I simply do not believe it. Oh, fantastic. What is this? Oh, I see. The hunger meter goes down in order to recover HP. That's fair enough, I suppose. Okay. I think that we're going to recover almost all of our HP, all of our food, all of our water pretty darn quickly. I hope anyway. I am still really miffed that a bug had cost me basically, well, what was that? 5 people? How do I... Are you crashed or are you dead? I actually can't tell. That's a bit of a problem. Right, well, I mean, this game is obviously still in early access, but that's not going to stop me having a good time. I was trying to build up a massive fleet of people, but it looks like that mission has been postponed at least until the next episode. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching this episode of Flotsam. My name, of course, has been Potato. I'll see you next time. Bye.